Good evening. I am very sorry that I am unable to be with you in Boston this year. I'm sure that you understand that the marriage of my grandson William to Catherine Middleton takes precedence. It is currently 2 weeks until the big day, and the family is engaged in last-minute squabbling over the guest list. Most of the family is reasonably content with William's choice of bride, although there are some who are quite upset that he is marrying a commoner and are positively scandalized that Kate's mother was a flight attendant and the family now runs a children's party planning business. From my perspective, it is splendid that they are sharing some of the costs and doing most of the organizing. Frankly, as long as the decorations do not include a giant inflatable dinosaur on the palace grounds, and one is not expected to perform the chicken dance at the reception, I shall be perfectly content. One of the most outspoken opponents of the marriage has been my nephew Cecil, Earl of Bentley, even though he is the one most likely to celebrate a little too enthusiastically and to subject everyone to an appallingly bad rendition of My Way at the end of the evening. William has just had his bachelor party, which was organized by his brother Harry. Philip and I were entertaining representatives from the Canadian Embassy that same evening, and one of the guests said rather loudly, "It's got to be weird stuffing money into a stripper's bikini when every bill has a photo of your grandmother printed on it." Indeed. There are, of course, many souvenirs available, and if you are in any doubt that all or most of the goods are manufactured in China, you only have to look at one of Will and Kate's commemorative mugs, which has a picture on it of Harry instead of William. My favorite souvenir is this. Knit your own royal wedding. Look at this. Here's William and Kate in their engagement outfits. And here, you can even knit a corgi. And of course, this is me. Is this not charming? I'm going to have one of my ladies in waiting knit up a set. Of course, by the time you see this, the wedding will be over and life can continue as normal. Normal being a little challenging these days. Britain is in dire straits financially, and the royal family has had its budget reduced significantly, which is why we are very pleased that the Middletons are picking up some of the wedding expenses. I'm afraid I've had to lay off some of my staff. The fellow who counts the swans had to go, as did the piper who plays the bagpipes under my window every morning. I've been trying to find an alarm clock which will play bagpipe music when it goes off, but without much luck. My son Andrew has been moaning and groaning with a terrible toothache, but he is petrified of the dentist. In the end, we put him in a taxi with his security person and told them not to come back until the tooth was removed. When he returned, looking pale but relieved, I said, "Did you let the dentist freeze your gum?" And he said, "No, you know I hate needles." I said, "Well, did you let him give you the laughing gas?" He said, "No, Mamma, you know that I am claustrophobic and I cannot have a mask in front of my face." I said, "Well, did he give you anything?" He said, "Yes, he gave me a Viagra tablet." I said, "I don't know that a Viagra works as a painkiller." Andrew said, "It doesn't, but the dentist said it would give him something to hold on to when he pulled the tooth." Oh, Coronation Street. Philip, turn it down, please. Philip, you are recording this, aren't you? Philip? Oh, good heavens, the man's as deaf as a post. As you may have gathered, our family is somewhat eccentric. Last week we attended a horse racing meet with one of Philip's elderly cousins, Amelia Ponting Smythe. It was really quite windy, and Amelia was hanging onto her hat with both hands. A particularly large gust of wind caught her skirt, which was rather full, and blew it up in the air. Philip, who was behind her, was shocked to discover that she was not wearing any undergarments. He said, "Amelia, for heaven's sake, please take hold of your skirt. You're exposing yourself." Amelia, still holding on to her hat for dear life, said to Philip, "Anything you see down there is 85 years old. The hat I just bought yesterday." It has been disappointing not to visit you personally this year. I believe it was 2006 when Philip and I last visited Boston for the gas celebration. We did notice that you were doing a lot of digging at the time, and we were not entirely sure what it was that you were looking for. We do hope you managed to find it. You know, I feel that too often people reach the end of their lives with their music still inside them. That is one of the reasons I have always found your event to be so inspirational. I wish you all many more years to enjoy your music and your friends in music. Good night, and may God bless you all.